Aloha, and welcome to another edition of Living Authentically Out Loud. Adena Sampson here. Happy 2010. And today's topic, reflections. I see you, I hear you, and I feel you. For we are one, all reflections of each other, mirrors of each other. So with that, let's go ahead and let's get started. Where shall I start after all this time? I guess I really just want to share my reflections, some of my insights with you here today, just so I can speak from my heart, my vulnerability, my authenticity, and just share with you. And see if you can relate, see if you can reflect on what has taken place in your life as I share what has taken place in mine. So, wow, just coming out of where I've come out of, being so sick for many months, losing everything, I tell you, it's been one hell of a ride and the biggest blessing of my life. It's not a small thing, and I don't say that lightly. I tell you, when we can take situations and circumstances, really sit with them at the core, at the center of our being, and in the most uncomfortable spaces, and really accept those spaces and love those spaces and move through those spaces, it's really amazing what we're able to create from that space. Hey, when you lose everything, you've got a whole new canvas to paint, right? So what an opportunity. So anyway, I've just gotten back from an amazing passage. I've done a lot of workshops, retreats, you name it in my life. I'm sure many of you watching this have as well. And not to negate any of these experiences, but I've just been on one of the best retreats I have ever been on in my life, I've ever experienced in my life. As a facilitator for The Peaceful Woman, myself, Out Loud Productions, is now teamed up with The Peaceful Woman. I have to say that I didn't know what to expect, okay? And being with a group of 14 women for 7 consecutive days in a row is not always an easy task, or at least that's what I thought before I embarked on this journey. And I guess in saying that, I just want to recognize and maybe say this to all of you, that somehow many of us have come to reject our own feminine nature, men and women alike. Okay, so of course I'm speaking as a woman, and right now this is my experience with women. I think many of us women have rejected the feminine nature for whatever reason, right? From what we saw growing up, from what we swear we'd never become, from what society preaches as a status quo. But I know many of you men also have had that challenge of maybe rejecting the feminine or integrating your masculine and feminine energies together in a balanced way. So sit with that. I have to say there's really no words to describe the depths that I uncovered in this journey. More so, I've never felt such sheer comfort, acceptance, peace, and joy in a group of women ever in my life. I remember saying to the group that I just need to be held. And I have to say, held I was. I think the most amazing experience for me on this journey was that we would sit in circle, okay? And we would reflect on our day. And a lot of times I wouldn't have to say anything because my sister said it for me. It was really an amazing experience. I think that was the key for me, as I felt that there was this collective sisterhood, this unspoken bond, this kindred understanding. And what I felt and what I found during this journey was so healing to my heart. And I know that this experience will be healing for many, many more to come. I was really taken back by the whole experience. I realized that I've always had a hard time asking for help. I've spent most of my adult life doing everything on my own, right? And in my fierce independence, I see now how I've pushed others away, or at least haven't allowed others the space to assist me. And what also kept being revealed to me prior to this and along with this retreat was that I had this tendency to over-accommodate and put others' needs before my own. So now I've got this bigger, better understanding, right? This surrender, this faith, and this readiness to receive all that support that I deserve, that I've not allowed. And also, I think to the deepest part of me, I found this fine line, or this balance between unconditional love and respecting my own boundaries. uncovering a much deeper level to my self-love and loving me. So we've talked about self-love quite a bit, and I just ask you to reflect about and upon where are you at in your life, and those ways you may be taking care of yourself, and maybe those ways that are unconscious, that have been, in our subconscious patterning since childhood. And I know this is not something you might be able to readily access right now, or maybe you will, maybe you have an awareness, an acute awareness, but to really step into it from a different perspective and realize that it's all about having a new relationship with these aspects. And that we don't have to, and I've done a lot of work in core wounds and purging, there are different ways we can work through this. And I have to tell you, the Peaceful Woman really has given me that opportunity. And I believe it's going to give us many more opportunities, especially for women out there, to co-create a whole new world and be a part of a whole new paradigm shift, right? It's a non-lecture reflection experiential workshop. And I tell you, nature really is the best classroom. And Mother Maui is an amazing, amazing teacher. So for men and women alike, I guess I'm really inviting you to share in this sacred journey with us by embarking on your own journey within. Wherever you're at, cities, country, you name it, you can still get in touch with nature in some way. You can still get in touch with the very essence of the cosmos and a deep underlying meaning of why we're here. So, like the movie Avatar, if any of you have seen that movie, I tell you, it's just a great representation of getting in touch with the ancient traditions, the cultures, the energy, the land. There's more to it than the eye, than meets the eye, right? So I invite you to get in touch with that. And for those women who are interested, I invite you to visit thepeacefulwoman.com. And really sit with that. If it resonates with you, please feel free to give me a call, and we can talk about further details and how you can be involved in co-creating. But really, I ask all of you, men and women alike, to sit with yourself right now in your life. Sit with yourself authentically and see where the next step is for you in your life, to see it organically unfold with you in your life. I'm in deepest gratitude right now. Really open to many different aspects and moving forward with you on this journey. It is my deepest pleasure and gratitude to be here with you. So once again, I just want to say thank you for being my reflection. Thank you, all of you. Thank you for allowing me a safe place to be vulnerable. And I offer you the same. For I see you. Visit OutLoudProductions.tv, where we offer a safe place to live in your truth. Mahalo.